Hi everyone, I am going live straight away because I couldn't get my countdown to work, so I am jumping in straight away. So I will just have to wait a few minutes. Normally I would have my countdown going, but for some reason it won't come up on the screen. So never mind. I'm hoping and crossing fingers that everything is going to work today. After 2 weeks of having not a good time, I'm hoping and crossing fingers and crossing everything that today is the day that everything goes well. Hello, if you are joining me for the first time, my name is Alisa Tilsner. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Hi, Dawn. Dawn is jumping in on YouTube, which reminds me, if you are on YouTube, you do need to log into your account if you wish to comment with me so that I can see your comments, which would be fantastic. And on my Facebook page, I don't think you need to do anything. Oops, your browser has failed to play the clip. I don't know, am I still going? I don't know if anyone can see me. Hi, Holly. Just want to jump in and see whether you can see me or whether I have just got a black screen. I'm not sure what is going on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that was me. Okay, don't worry about that. Just ignore all of that. Technology, right? Thank goodness it's all back and running. We've had a couple of bad runs, so I'm hoping. Oh, hello. Oh, good. Excellent. Fantastic. I just had a complete black screen. I think it was because I was trying to put my countdown on and it was saying it's failed to load, and it was just a black screen, and I'm just sitting there going, oh, so just ignore all of that. Yay. Hello, everyone. Okay, so today is a little bit of backstory. Today is an ad lib day, okay? We are winging it. I've got an idea in my head, and I've had a bit of a full week. I had a little trip to hospital on Monday for a procedure, but it had to be done under a general anaesthetic. So Monday was a wipeout for me. I slept most of the day. And then Tuesday, I came down with another migraine. I've had 4 of them in about 3 weeks, so I don't really know what's going on with my head. My doctor said if I have any more, she's going to do a scan. So I don't know. I'll leave it a little bit longer and see whether I get any more before I go back to her and start getting head scans and stuff. But anyway, and then I thought, oh, you know what? I'm so behind in everything, and maybe I just will skip my live because I haven't got anything prepared. And then I thought, nope, don't be silly. You can do a live. You can wing it. So we're going to wing it today. And so I might require your help. It might be a little bit like what's the word when it's all miscombobulated or something? I don't know what the word is, but anyway, sounds good. Okay, let's just run through a few things and hopefully my overlays will work. My first, yay, we've got one to work. My first is my blog. So this is my blog address, and over on my blog you can actually subscribe to my newsletter every Friday morning at about 6 a.m. my time. I will send you out an email with a free PDF. So it will be written instructions of the card that we will be making today. So as soon as I jump off of here, I've got to go and write tutorials. So whatever we make on our Thursday live is you'll get written instructions with all of the measurements and everything that I've used in it, so that you can go and recreate the cards if you wish. So jump on over there and do that. March code we have. Okay, so all right, that one's working. Today is the last day for you to be shopping with me and using this host code. So there will be a new one tomorrow. So jot that down if you wish to go shopping. You've still got today to jump in for that particular. Each month I have a different thank you gift. All the how am I going to try and say this? All of the host rewards using that code all get lumped together, and we get the Stampin' rewards for it, and then I'm able to purchase some thank you gifts with all of that. So, and the next thing coming tomorrow is going to be a big day. So coming tomorrow, I have got a brand new class. Waves of the Ocean class by mail is coming out tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that one as well. You'll be able to register for that. Actually, the link, the registration page is actually open on my blog already. I have put it into a separate page, so it's not in a blog post. It's under a tab called, I think I've just called it Classes by Mail or something, and I've got my mid-month mini classes in there, and then when this one comes available, so that one's actually open already, you can go and have a look at that, but an email will be sent out tomorrow morning saying it's official, we're open. Okay, we've still got a few more things to do. Last chance list. So the sweet strawberry that we are using today, both of these items are actually on that list, and they are heavily discounted. So I think both items are just down to $15.50 Australian, I think, which, you know, so you could get these guys for just over $30, I think. So that's amazing. So there's lots of last chance items. There's lots of items already selling out as well. So jump in and grab that, and that sale will continue on through April. Now, I had this up, but I can get rid of that now and pull that up instead. Woohoo! It was in my letterbox all night. I didn't check my letterbox yesterday. I went down there first thing this morning when it was light, and it was there. Yay! So today I am closing off my mailing list. Okay, so if you are a customer of mine and you have ordered between October last year, 1st of October, and the today, I'm trying to think of the date, last October through to today, if you've spent at least $100, then you will automatically be put on the mailing list for that. If not, get in contact with me if you would like to have one. It will be $6.50, which is what Stampin' Up charges me, but you will have to do it like pretty soon, because I'm gonna otherwise I know I'll forget and then I'll miss out on the mailing selector. So I'm going to be closing that off today, probably after lunch. Okay, so jump in on that. Oh, one more thing. Today's a long day with things. Pam Jorgensen and I do a Australian demonstrator only retreat probably every 3 or 4 months. I think this will be our 3rd one or our 4th one. Might be our, I don't know how many we've done already. No, this will be our 4th one. Wow. So save the date for this one. We were going to have it on June the 18th, but Stampin' Up have got a demonstrator event on the same day now, so we've had to switch our dates. So we are the 24th and 25th of June, and we will be using the Happiness Abounds stamp set for this one. So if it happens to be in tomorrow's pre-order, don't order it if you are planning to join us for Creative Carnival in June. So more details will be available on that very soon. Registration will be open quite soon. Okay, let's get rid of that and get my comments back. Good morning, everyone. Oh, that's a lot of ramble to go through, isn't it? I'm going to put my catalogue down on the floor, and it's such a pretty cover. And we are going to swing around, and hopefully I don't have any glitchiness. I seem to be okay when I'm facing my iPad, and then when I go to my iPhone, it just doesn't want to get involved. Okay, so we've got to pull the sleeves up, ready for this. So let's swing around. Okay, now I don't think my phone likes to talk via iPad to my via Wi-Fi to my iPad or something. Now, like I said, we are winging it today. And I sort of had a few little ideas about what I wanted to do. And I had pulled out a few things last night before I went to bed. So I've got my bundle. And then I thought, oh, I'll use the Brights Designer Series paper, because as we know, these are on the way out as well. All the papers from the current catalogue will be disappearing. So these are on the retiring list as well. And I thought, you know, I'll make it nice and bright. We'll do some pinks. We'll do some bright greens. And then I was looking through some cards, and I posted, because the peaches, the sweet peaches, as sweet as a peach bundle is also retiring. And then I thought, I really do like the papers out of them. So I thought, rather than do just pinks and greens, why don't I pull a little bit of the Designer Series paper from the Sweet as a Peach bundle. You're a Peach Designer Series paper, because this paper is really pretty as well, and I love all the patterns. So I'm thinking that even though I'm going to do pink, strawberries and green, I thought I might do a little bit of blue as well. What do you think? But for the moment, I think I'm going to put them aside and concentrate on my strawberries and then come back to that. Where am I going to put these? Because normally I've got everything pre-cut and ready to go, but I have to put them behind me. Hope they don't fall off. Okay, I've got my card base and I'm actually doing a side spine for this one because I have an idea of what I want to do, and it will require a side spine, not a top spine like I normally do. I still have the strawberry paper too, but that was celebration paper, wasn't it? The paper that went with the strawberries. I can't remember now. Okie dokie. So I'm thinking maybe I will need 5 strawberries. I'm thinking. Okay, now I'm going to be punching these guys out, so I am going to do what? I'm going to stamp them up that way, but I also want, I'm going to trim this. I think I'm going to trim my paper so I don't cut any excess off. So how big is my strawberry? All right, let's say I'm going to take 2 inches off. See, look at me working in inches. All right, so I'm going to stamp my strawberries on that, and then hopefully I won't get too much wastage because I do struggle with these builder punches sometimes. Okay. Please don't be glitchy, screen. I think it's just my Wi-Fi. Okay, let's go for 5 of these dudes. 2. And I love them in this color. Do you know what? I reckon Poppy Parade would also look really pretty. But I do like pink strawberries. Okay, hopefully, I'm hoping that I've cut them in stamped them in a position that I can cut them out nicely. Okie doke. Let's get these guys out. I think oh no, that one will punch out okay. I always get messed up with, no glitches? Awesome. I always get messed up with where to stamp them, and I know that there is a way to make a template and all that sort of stuff, but I'm just gonna, oh, that was close. I'm just gonna hope for the best. Actually, that was super close. I'm gonna have to try and avoid that. I've got a little notch. So hoping I can avoid all of that. Let me just cut that off. No glitches. Awesome. I know, and my husband's working away at the moment. And I said to him, and most of my issues has been because he has called me every time I've gone to go live. He has called me and mucked me up, and I'm just like, I said to him, do not call me tomorrow, but he's actually working in a prison doing maintenance on some of their gear, so, and they're not allowed to have their telephones in with them, so I know for a fact he cannot call me. I even put do not disturb last time, and he still managed to get through somehow, even though I blocked all my favorites as well. But anyway, so I've put my phone into flight mode and switched on my Wi-Fi and hoping that no one can get through. Okay, so the strawberry is Melon Mambo. Oh, my old ink pads. They're still going. Okay, so I've got my 5 strawberries. I'm thinking that will probably be enough. Maybe. We can always go back and do another one. Okay, now I'm not going to overstamp them in black because I don't want a real heavy card. You can do the image and then you can stamp it over in black, or you could even white emboss these and then color them in. That would look really pretty as well. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to use the colors as they are. Whoops, I've already got my stuff out. Okay, so I'm going to be punching these guys out as well. And I'm just going to try and work out where I need to go for them. So 1, 2, because I need 5 of them. Measure this dude. Maybe I'll wing this one. Okay, so for this one, I am using Old Olive. Now, I would have, hang on a minute, I know I'll get myself messed up with here, but if I go that way, then I should be right, right? I can never figure them out. Okay. Oh, can I squeeze one more? All right, I might just cut them off. And get 2 more. So sorry guys, this will probably be a longish, because normally I would have a fair bit of this stuff redone. Well, I guess this way you can see how my card making brain works as well. Okay, I'll leave you out. Now punch these dudes. Get them all nicely lined up. Don't lose them. I'm going to have to get down on my hands and knees later on the floor and pick them all up. Oh, such a sweet set, this one. Uh-oh. Oh, see, now I'm glitchy, aren't I? Sinker. Oh, ow. Yeah, I did. I just pinched my finger. I just pinched my finger. All right, this one's a bit tricky. There we go. It's not funny when you get yourself, is it? Okay, I'm making a mess. Right, I'm going to glue these together. So, making our little strawberries. Oops. Aren't they just so quick? I know, so much stuff is, I haven't even gone through and really looked at what is disappearing. I think I get in denial at the start of a catalogue. I look at some things and it's just like, no. But of course, you can keep them for as long as you want. I'm sure that there is bound to be, we seem to be getting a good collection of like fruit stamps. You can make a fruit salad. I even thought about putting some of the peaches in with the strawberries. And we seem to be getting quite a collection of animals as well. So you can have a menagerie and all sorts of. Okay. Right, we've got our 5 strawberries. Now I'm thinking also I might like to have some strawberry leaves, which I'm now looking for this stuff. Come back to my green, figure out where these need to be. So that way. Now I'm not sure how many of these I will need. So I will maybe just start out with 3 and see how I go. Because I'm thinking I might pop in a little bit of the vine as well. So in which case I think I might need to get some more white card. And bring enough to the table. All right. So tell me, do you prefer punches or do you prefer dies? If you had the choice. Like if this set here, this is easy to be in a punch, but if it came in a die, Would you prefer it in a die or would you prefer it in a punch? Okay. Punches. Oh, I could possibly get that one in there. Now I'm going to stamp this one. I am going to stamp this one in black because I'm going to add a little bit of color. Punches. Now I'm going to use my blends to color in. Hey Leanne. Punches. Hi Carrie from Vancouver. Love Vancouver. I can actually say that I've been there. So I'm going to use my blends to color these in, which of course means I can use my Memento black ink. Opposites attract. Let's hope I have enough room. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Oh, I reckon I've got just enough room to stamp. Can I get another one? Probably. Just enough because I'll have to cut these guys out. Dies. I think the punches are quicker, but like Carrie said, they get a bit big and sometimes they're a bit hard squeezing the hand, like the mechanism together. Okay, I reckon I've got enough there. Okie doke. So let's pull in a couple of blends. So I am going to use obviously my, I was going to pull Granny Apple Green, but I'm not. I'm using Old Olive for a change. And I think I will use saffron for the little flowers. So really, I'm going to do this super, super quick as well. That doesn't have to be fancy because this is actually going to be a little bit darker than my stamped image. So I'm just going to do like a real scribble. Doesn't always have to be perfect. So just along the center, just sort of like a little, that sort of thing. Don't know how to explain that. I'm just going to scribble that on like that. And then with the light, and I'm hoping that I've actually got, oh yeah, I thought this one might have been dry. So I'm just going to go over it. I'm not even going to go right to the edges. I'm just popping it on. And I'm sorry guys, but I have to fussy cut these. So I will try and be as quick as possible. But you can tell me, or maybe I'll wait for my question. I'll wait for my question when I start cutting so that you can tell me while we're cutting. So do you think these will go nice with the blue that I've chosen? Okay, and some dark. See, that didn't take very long at all. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of, I think this is dark, or is this, oh yeah, this one's dark. So I'm just going to pop, not being real, I just want this nice and light. Just a little circle. And I don't think that's even coming down. Just taking, because I think little strawberry flowers are white, aren't they? They just do have a little, so that's just taking the edge off, just taking the edge off of those white flowers. I still want them fairly white because I'm pretty sure I have tried to grow strawberries in the past. Can't say I'm very successful at it. I think they take a lot of water, right? Okay, let's cut these babies out. I'll try and be as quick as possible. So if you have seen, oh, somebody's given me a frowny face. Oh, anyway. All right, let's cut these guys out super quick. So if you have seen, I put a little sneak peek up on my Facebook page about the new in colors that are coming in. What is your favorite one that is coming in? I know, my creativity on the fly. I do have a bit of a thing in my head, but I'm not 100% sure. I said, Tracy said, oh, she goes, she has to work today, so she's missing out on today's live. And I said, never mind, it might turn out crappy. It's always the replay, right? Okay. Oh, okay. No, I just looked up and saw a little frowny face, and I thought, oh, that's funny. But you know what? Sometimes you press the wrong button, don't you? So tell me, what color do you think is going to be your favorite? Tahitian Tide. I have a downline. And we were talking about it, and she said that she has the tempting turquoise card still, and she actually sent me some so that we can compare when oh, sorry, I can't talk and cut, and I'm being really messy with my cutting too. Normally I would be a little bit neater with my cutting, but I'm not at the moment, so whatever, right? I like them all. So what was there? There was Tahitian Tide, which is a light blue, in case you haven't seen them. There was a sorbet, I can't remember the names of them, which is like a pinky red. I think that one probably will be a favourite. Was it sweet sorbet? No, it couldn't have been. It would have to be something else, surely. Sweet sorbet. Tahitian Tide. Then we had Starry Skies, which is like a deep purple blue. The Orchid one, Orchid Oasis, which is another purpley blue. Actually, you know what? If you've still got your Seaside Spray, I reckon that the Seaside Spray and the Orchid Oasis will probably look really good together. I reckon. Now, did I cut? How far did I cut in here? Not very. Actually, no, I think I did go around. What else was there? There was a green. Oh, the parrot. Yeah, sweet sorbet. I reckon that one's probably going to be my favourite as well. And the green, of course, they'll look really nice together. Starry Sky. No, I can't wait. So if you're a demonstrator, tomorrow we actually get to order from a selection of products from the brand new catalogue tomorrow. So if you're thinking that you might like to join, you can do that, or you can join tomorrow and actually choose some of those pre-order items in your starter kit. So that would be awesome to be able to do that. Okay, and then we can get our parakeet party. That's what it was. Parakeet party. Cool. Okay, yes, I'm looking forward to that one. It looks like a nice fresh. Okay, so I have got my white card base. Now I do have a little bit of an idea in my head, which I'm glad about, because otherwise I would be really stuck. So I'm actually going to cut an inch off the front edge. So I've got a smaller opening like that. So now I'm thinking, where's my, see, I could have done like the pinks and the greens, but I do think, I do like this blue spot. I do like this. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that, and I'm thinking I might use a bit of that one as well. So this is from, if you're joining me, this is from the Euro Peach Designer Series paper, which is also heading out. Okay, needs to find out my measurements. So I need 2 3/4. I'm working in inches, people, and I still have to do my measurements and double check. Okay, and that would be by 4 3/4. I know you can do slimmer. I'm okay with doing my quarters, my halves, my 3/4, but I haven't yet ventured into the 1/8 and all that sort of stuff. That's a little bit beyond my brain at the moment. Okay, so I want to do this one as an inch, I think. So I'm going to put this one on the inside. So an inch by, and that'll be the same. I'm thinking, oops, I think I'm freezing up. So I'm thinking that that will go just under there and that will go on there like that, is what I've got in my brain. And then I am thinking maybe let's put our strawberries down. So what do you think? The blue works? I think the blue works quite nicely. Okay, so I'm going to have to put a few, tuck them under it a little bit tighter, and then I'm thinking a few of these guys as well. Something like that. I'm hoping that that looks suitable. All right, let's get these stuck down now that I've sort of got a rough idea. So I'm hoping that looks good. See, I reckon the peaches and the strawberries would have looked pretty together as well. All right. Okay, so we've said what, actually, you know what? I'm going to open that up because I can't see what I'm doing properly. So we've said what colours we are looking forward to. What about the in colours that are going away? What in colours are you sad to be losing? We've got Just Jade. Thanks, Carrie. Okay, so we've got Just Jade, I think is going to be my favourite, along with the Misty Moonlight. I think they will be my sad. Now I'm going to open that up just so that I can make sure that oh, that shakes. I want it to be sort of semi-straight. You know what? I think I stuck my blue layer on crooked. Anyway. Oh, no. Doesn't work when you try and align things up nicely. Yeah, Just Jade and those two colours go really well together, Just Jade and Misty Moonlight as well. I've made a couple of cards, just those two colour combinations. Cinnamon cider, wow. I've hardly used my cinnamon cider. I've hardly used, do you know what? I've hardly used the Magenta Madness either. So I just found that that colour was just a little bit too much for me. Okie doke. Now, I think I'm going to have to stick these guys down first and then put my strawberries on top, because I won't be able to slide. Normally I will stick something on a dimensional and then slide them underneath, but because these are so big, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. My throat's starting to catch. Now, I also want to make sure that I'm only putting adhesive on the bit that's going to be stuck to the blue, right? Okay, Wendy, I have a little bit of an idea about putting colours together. How many colours I've only used? Actually, no, I've used 1, 2, 3. I've used 4 colours, right? I'm going to include the So Saffron. So what I was always led to believe, I guess, I'll call it. Which way shall I stick this one? I don't want it to be. Should I put that one that way? I can still cover that, can't I? Okay, you want the color that you want to be your main color. You'll use the majority of that color. Okay, so you'll use a lot of that color. Then, whoops, what have I done? Then your second color, you'll use a little bit less, but you'll still use a fair bit of it. And then as you keep introducing colors, you use less of them, if you know what I mean. So you have one main color, and then your secondary color, your third color, and so like my fourth color would here would be my saffron, and I've only used a tiny little bit of it. So does that sort of make sense? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squish you together a little bit. Some of them look like tomatoes now, don't they? We'll have to pop a few on top so that they get an idea of what they actually are, I think. Otherwise, we're not going to know that they're strawberries. Something like that. All right, let's pop this one down flat. Again, you need to be careful where you're putting your adhesive. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Good, I'm glad that sort of makes sense. I should do a blog post on it, right? Okay, now I do want some of them to be mounted, so I might mount that one. Again, careful where you put it, double check. I might grab my minis as well. I got minis. Yep. Okay, where are they? Pop you over there. And then this one, I might. You sort of got to keep playing backwards and forwards and seeing where they end up, and sometimes it's a bit of backwards and forwards. Got to get it looking good, right? Now this one is all going down on the blue side, so I can put adhesive over everything. Have him sticking out a little bit more. Whoop, see, now I've got a dimensional there, so I can't go any further than that. So you also have to be aware of them as well. Okay, this one needs to come out this way again. It's all a bit of fluffing around, but we get there. Okay. Like that. How's that looking? And then, because when we get to open it, it looks pretty cool. And this one I will pop down here. Cool. Okay. Because I don't want them to all be in the same, like this one's diagonal, this one's going the other way. We want a little bit, hopefully trying to get them a little bit, and I want a bit more leaf. Oops, I'm covering it up. And I think I've put too much adhesive in areas that I shouldn't have. So if you do get adhesive where you don't want it, the seal actually just rubs off. So if you just give it a good rub with your finger, it will actually rub off and you won't have it there anymore. So there we go. But we're not finished yet because we need, oh, I've got these guys still. I forgot about these. So this is good. So when you have any areas that, like this one has got a fairly big area in there, you can pop him under there. You can sort of smush him in there somewhere. I did find a gap between the two dimensionals. You can always cut them, these ones, and shove them under anyway. So we can pop him in, and I'd probably just do maybe one if I could. Okay, do you think? Or should I leave them out? In or out? Bearing in mind, I also need a sentiment. So a sentiment could go in this little gap here as well. So I could always just put one under there. Out. Oh, now I've got divided everyone. 2 ins, 1 outs. I could put just one to fill in that gap, and I could put my sentiment along here. So I have got 4 sentiments. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. And I'm thinking, correct me if I might be wrong here, but I am thinking of white embossing on the blue as well. One in plus the sentiment. I'm thinking about white embossing, or should I do it on white, stamped in blue? Big decisions. I use these quite a bit. They're sort of, I need to give them a bit of a wash, I think. They're starting to lose a bit of tackiness. Okay, I'm thinking embossing. Anyone else? I know there's a delay, it annoys me. So I'll get my embossing stuff out just in case. White embossing, cool. Okay, embossing. Awesome. All right, and I don't have to be particularly neat with this because I will just trim it. So give that a good inking up in your Versamark. Just make sure you don't catch any, oh, I can't see properly. All right, my brand new. Ooh, look at that. Don't you love it when you've got actual white embossing powder with no flecks of glitter or paper dust in there. All right. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Love it. All right. Now this will be noisy. I wonder if I can mute while I've got, do you know what? I've had this heat tool for ages before I joined Stampin' Up. So I just had it, but I was looking at the Stampin' Up one, and I do believe that it's got more than one setting because this one is really, really, really powerful. So I'm thinking I am going to get the Stampin' Up one because sometimes you don't want it so powerful, right? Okay, let's see if I can just mute me while I emboss this, okay? There we go. Hopefully you didn't hear that then. Okay, let's get that. And I always manage to stick my finger in it and smudge it. So I'm trying, just got to cool it down. Excuse me. Okay, close your eyes. I've got two contrabands. I've got 2 contrabands, and this be one of them. So let me just close our eyes doing this part. Okay, trim these up. I want a nice, fairly tight trim. And I don't think, let me just not trim that other end so close at the moment, because I am wondering whether to slip it underneath and have it flat, or whether to mount it above and then lose some of my strawberry. I'm thinking underneath so I don't lose my strawberry. So let's trim just a smidge off of that because it was just a little bit too long. There we go. something like that. Normally I like to mount all of my stuff, but this time I'm not going to. Right, I need to stick you in. So this is my other contraband, so just close your eyes again. All right. So let's pop him in first so we don't lose him. I need to try and put him in there somewhere. Okay, so I started watching Bridgerton this morning, just for a tiny bit while I was having my morning cup of tea. Is anybody watching that one? Oh, got a little snip there. I might be able to trim that off, you know. Although you probably can't see it. I can see it and it's bothering me. You guys probably can't see it. But there we go. So it sort of gets swallowed up with the green, but I think when you open your card, it sort of fills in that gap a little bit, which looks good. Okay. And this one. And then we need some bling. All right, I should be able to use my dots to line this up and have it all nice and straight, right? Assuming that the dots are all in. Does that look straight? I think it's straight. I'll use my grid paper. Yep, looks good. Yeah, that would be good if they had them back. Although I found, I don't want to say bad things, but this one feels a lot more solid than the other one, and I can actually get a finer trim. I do have the little one still. I should, I think it's just what you get used to, honestly. Now, I do normally keep all my little bits and pieces, so I've got leaves from, I was going to use these ones actually when I was going to do my other card, but I'm really liking the blue on this one. I'm glad I went with the blue now, because that is such a pretty colour combination. Oh, I've got stuff all over my floor. Okay, now I can use my iridescent rhinestones. I love them. Love. I don't think they will match. Oh, actually, that's balmy blue. Balmy blue in there. But I'm thinking, no. What else have I got? Butterflies? Nope. I think I'm going to use mine. I'm going to use these ones. Saving it up for a binge. I wasn't going to bother with it, and then I thought, oh, I'll start. And of course, you get swept up into it so quickly again, don't you? Okay, let's choose a big one. We can put them down here. Normally, I don't put them on the inside, but because that's only, it's not really on the inside, because you would, oh, there's glue there. You would just write your sentiment on there, and it's not going to interfere. So we can put one down there. Let's put two down there. Living dangerously. Okay, and then medium. And I'm not very good at this scattering one. We'll put one there. Put one there. Put one there. And maybe we'll put two there. Just because I love these guys so much. And then I think we'll do maybe one more up here. Maybe I'll do a bigger one down there, up there, medium one, like that. So I've actually got a few. Woo, lashing out. Woohoo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy cow. That's a lot for me. How many do I normally use on a card? 3. Loving this one. Oh yeah, let's bring it up to the camera. Okay, so there we have, that's pretty. You could also put a little bit of Wink of Stella on your strawberries to make even a little more sparkle. That would be really pretty too. And then of course when you open it, you've got your panel on the inside, and then when your card is standing, then you've got that little cutout edge, and your little cluster of flowers cluster of flowers. I'm so used to flowers, your little cluster of strawberries. But isn't it nice to use something other than flowers? I mean, I love flowers, but it's nice to use something a little bit different than flowers. So there we go. There is our card for today. See, I can wing things when I put my mind to it. I've tried to wing things in the past and it hasn't worked, but today worked. So I'm pretty happy with that. So, okay, sweet, yay! So, I've got to get into it. I'm sure that by the end of today, I will have watched more than half an hour of the first episode. So there we go. So I will be taking photos of this and blogging about it. And then tomorrow morning, I will have all the measurements. I do them in both inches and centimeters. And this one, because our US card bases and our South Pacific card bases, imperial and metric, are completely different to start with, I've tried to pick a size that will fit into both of our envelopes. So this is a little small for our Australian market, but they fit into our envelopes. You'll have a little bit of spare, so anything that goes over the top like that won't get damaged by your envelope. So you can feel safe putting them in there, and I think they will fit in there in the US envelopes nicely as well. So if you're in the US, and you can still make these cards. So you know what? I'm going to tell you a secret. I actually really like making cards in inches now. I keep thinking that's a smudge, but it's part of my mat. It's not me. I haven't not cleaned my mat. It's part of it. There we go. So thank you very much. Thanks, Wendy. I winged it pretty good today. It's a little bit long. We went for longer than what I normally would. Normally I'd have it made in half an hour, but that's okay. Okay, so exciting day tomorrow. I'll bring this in. Don't forget, I'm closing this off very, very soon. So if you want to get one for free and you haven't placed your $100 with me, run and do it before lunchtime. Buy the strawberry set. Seriously, $15.50 for that and $15.50 for the punch. So normally when they're bundled together, I think it was $55 or something. So if you are planning on purchasing them, purchase them separately because you'll get a better deal. Okay, so just when you go to the market, just the online store, just type in strawberries or something like that, or sweet. If you put in sweet, they'll come up as well, and you'll be able to see the two different, because you can buy them as a bundle, but don't buy them separately. Okay, I'm going to go now and spend the rest of my day taking photos and writing tutorials and getting my newsletter ready for tomorrow. So don't forget to head over to my blog. Let me just come back. So don't forget to head over to my blog. I was sitting a little bit close, and you can sign up for the newsletter and you'll get instructions for this tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for joining me, and we will see you again next week. And I will probably have something planned because this was a fluke. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye.